Hello and welcome to News Round, a recap of stories in the week. I'm Teniola Shoboale. The headlines. President Muhammadu Buhari calls for a unified stand among Nigerians against insecurity, other vices in the country. Returnees from Saudi Arabia accuse Nigerian consulate of returning more Nigerians than Nigerians, complain of molestation by Arabian bosses. Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will commence continuous voters registration exercise on June the 28th with emphasis on Anambra State. Plus, over 50 people killed as 8-carriage train crashes, derails in tunnel in Taiwan. Nigeria may be facing many challenges at the moment, but it will take the combined effort of the citizens to surmount them. This is according to the president, who is calling for unity among Nigerians as he restates the need to keep the country as one. President Muhammadu Buhari made the comments at the 12th BOLA TINUBU COLLOQUIUM in Kano State to commemorate the birthday of the former Lagos State Governor and national leader of the All Progressives Congress.
The idea behind a colloquium is to address concerns through discussions with the objective of coming up with forward-thinking policies. And for some time, the annual seminar organized in commemoration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's birthday has proven to be one where national issues have been debated. This time, the event is being held in Kano State, and participants are here in large numbers. However, not all keynote speakers are present. Even President Muhammadu Buhari's goodwill message was delivered virtually. Extolling the virtues of the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, President Buhari reiterated his stance on the unity of Nigeria.
Notwithstanding our diversity of ethnicity, culture, language, and religion, Nigerians are better together, even stronger together. We must count our blessings in Nigeria and see in them the crucial factors of peace and unity.
And the man at the center of the celebration carries on, touching on various national issues, from the economy, where he proffered suggestions to National Assembly members present.
This is the time to put stimulus expenditure in place. This is no more time for austerity. I hope you listen carefully. This is not the time to constrain the economy. This is the time to create the opportunity.
To security, in which he stressed the need to tackle the menace of insurgents with more boots on the ground.
We are under police, and we are competing with armed robbers and bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and take away from their recruitment source.
He ends his speech with a call for unity.
We can promote unity and common destiny and common patrimony in a better, more creative way.
If at any time in the history of colloquiums held at the instance of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, this perhaps could be regarded as being a very important one, considering the precarious situation the nation's security is at the moment. Hopefully, the words spoken here will go a step further to be matched with actions.
Meanwhile, the president is currently in London, United Kingdom, where he is to undergo a routine medical checkup. Since assuming office, President Muhammadu Buhari has embarked on several trips to the UK to seek medical care. He's expected back in the country in the second week of April. Before his departure, the president met with the service chiefs and ordered them to identify leaders of bandits and kidnappers and take them out to restore confidence and normalcy in the areas being attacked.
Shortly before 10 a.m., service chiefs arrive for a security meeting in the council chamber. This meeting, chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari, is also attended by the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, the National Security Advisor, and other heads of agencies. At a briefing afterwards, the National Security Advisor told State House correspondents that the President wants more proactive action from the military as he issues a strong directive.
The President has made it very, very clear to both the intelligence and operational elements that their first assignment will be to identify the leaders of these bandits and kidnappers and take them out in order to restore confidence in those areas. Mr. President has said that he will no longer tolerate a situation whereby bandits and kidnappers are the ones dictating the pace and setting the tone.
He further conveyed the president's displeasure over some persons who collaborate to undermine efforts of the federal government in Zamfara state.
He is also aware of attempts by certain elements working in cahoots with all kinds of people in and out of the country to continue with exploiting the minefields, especially in Zamfara state. A ban has been placed on mining, and that ban has to be enforced. People have to comply with whatever the president has laid out.
Earlier, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, relayed other directives from the president.
What Mr. President said is that we must bring down the level of violence in the country within a few weeks to enable our farmers to go back to the farms. That is on course. I believe that before the rains come, you will have witnessed a downward trend in the violence across the country. And I'm sure that you will attest to the fact that the heightening operational engagement has yielded positive results.
This meeting holds a few hours before the president's departure to the United Kingdom for a routine medical checkup. President Muhammadu Buhari gave a set of directives to the service chiefs and heads of agencies, clearly aiming not just to douse tension in the land, but to infuse a significant sense of normalcy into the system in the coming days. From the presidential villa, Gloria Umezuke, Channels Television News.
As more Nigerians stranded in foreign countries make their way back home, the latest returnees from Saudi Arabia have accused the Nigerian consulate in that country of returning more citizens of neighboring Niger Republic than Nigerians. These Nigerians, who served mostly as house helps in Saudi Arabia, are also alleging that their former bosses sexually molested them and maltreated them while in their service. The returnees are currently being camped at the FCT Hajj camp in Basanjoa community in the nation's capital, in line with COVID-19 protocols.
They've been back to Nigeria for about 2 days now. These are part of the latest 3 batches of returnees from Saudi Arabia in the last 1 week. They were returned to the country for multiple reasons, ranging from being trafficked to being stranded. Some were even born in Saudi Arabia and are here in Nigeria for the very first time. Men, women, and children glad for the opportunity to start life afresh in their motherland. But there's a problem. They are concerned about other Nigerians stranded in deportation camps in Saudi Arabia. They're accusing the Nigerian consulate in Saudi Arabia of returning more people from Niger Republic than actual Nigerians.
They are not Nigerians, they are Niger. I can tell you, they are Niger. Nigerians are there, they are suffering. I was there for 2 months plus in the deportation camp. We see, now we have 390-something returnees. We have 20 Yorubas. What did we do to them?
Tun daga ran da na sauka a Saudiya nake kuka. Ba irin bakin cikin da ban yi a Saudiya ba. Saboda ni ga ni na yi karatun boko amma boko na ba shi da amfani a gari na. Na je ina wanke-wanke a gidan Balarabiya.
Muka samu kanmu a wannan wuri na sijin da aka samu aka azabtar da mu. Ba ina da diabetes, ina da ulcer, amma na samu kaina da hawan jini da ciwon zuciya saboda wahalar da aka samu a cikin ta.
Our madam's husband, they are raping us. Yes. A lot of ladies here, they are pregnant.
A lot of them pregnant.
They are raping them. They owe me 6 months' salary. I just leave it.
That's about how much?
That's about 600,000.
There are some people that are still there. 6 months. I used 5 months there in the prison with 2 food.
While calling for calm, the Nigerian authorities addressed the allegations.
I'm telling you, with the permission of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, what you have said here will not go uninvestigated. Now, I will meet with those who have said this and ensure that they tell us specific mission. And if you have names, let us know.
From the profiling, the numbers of people that we find that are non-Nigerians is negligible. During our profiling in January, out of almost 1,250 people, only 5 people were non-Nigerians.
Since January of 2021, over 3,000 people have been returned from Saudi Arabia. The last week has seen the return of over 1,000 persons. Some of them have tested positive for COVID-19, but they'll be receiving home care as they are asymptomatic. Accusations of abuse and maltreatment of Nigerians in foreign countries have been rife in recent years. A viral video from India recently alleged that a Nigerian was killed in India, prompting protests and calls for intervention from the Nigerian government.
We are discussing with the Indian authority, and our chapter here in India is also on top of it. We have received report. Now you have to be careful some of the things you have on social media. Some of them try to depict as if government is ignoring or ineffective. There is nothing like that. Now when things happen outside your soil, outside your shores, you do not have entire control over that.
For this newly returned batch of returnees from Saudi Arabia, their journey towards reintegration starts right here at the camp. And the government says they will be taking care of them for the next 3 days until they go back to their states of origin. For the cases of abuse, the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs have promised that whatever cases are being reported to them formally will be looked into. Kayla Magwa, Channels Television News.
2 judicial matters. The Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Benin City, the Edo State capital, has dismissed the petition filed by Agolebun Tracy against the Independent National Electoral Commission, the People's Democratic Party, and Godwin Obaseki for lack of merit. 3 of the petitions were predicated on the ground of qualification of Mr. Obaseki to contest the election on the allegation that he submitted forged or false documents to INEC to aid his qualification.
For us, we're in high spirits because we do believe that the wheel of justice grinds slowly but surely. We are going to discuss with our clients, and definitely this will not be the end of the matter. And we believe justice will be done in this matter because as soon as we have the requisite conference with our clients, we shall do the needful concerning this matter.
On the issue of forgery, which is the plank of almost all the petition, they have said the allegation has not been proved. There is a Federal High Court judgment that says Obaseki did not forge his certificate. The university has said so. The Court of Appeal has said so. And this should put to rest because it's a recycle. Every 4 years, when it's running election, they come about forgery. It was the same thing with the deputy governor. A competent court also said the certificate was not forged, and that was tendered here. And the court said that judgment is subsisting and has not been challenged. It cannot be revisited. So the petition on that was an abuse of court process. But you know, these are politicians. After election, nothing was heard against the election. On whether the election was free and fair, whether it was duly conducted, whether there were corrupt practices, nothing. Then you try to go behind and begin to bring things pre-election matters. Another one was that, the governor was nominated by APC. The question we ask, if it is true that the governor was nominated by APC, who is the candidate of APC in the election? So and this is what the court has resolved.
This court has reaffirmed justice, it has reaffirmed the verdict of Edo people. And no man can change that verdict. And this judgment also has reaffirmed that Godfatherism is history in Edo now. And that this judgment also has reaffirmed that democracy is all about the people, people's first and always. And for us, we'll just do the will of the people, because that is what democracy is all about.
News Round returns in just a moment with more stories. Please stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. The Independent National Electoral Commission will resume the continuous voters registration exercise on June the 28th. And that's according to INEC Chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, who indicated that the registration will be carried out in 1 year. He explains that emphasis will be on Anambra State, where elections are to be held in November 2021.
The following critical activities will be accomplished within the following timelines leading to the recommencement of the exercise. Number 1, expansion of voter access to polling units, 11th May 2021. Building and testing the online registration portal, 15th May 2021. Arrival of the new generation of registration devices, the IVED, 31st May 2021. Recruitment and training of voter enrollment staff, 14th June 2021. Restart of the CVR, 28th June 2021. Effective from Monday, 28th June 2021, the CVR exercise will commence nationwide and carried out continuously for over a year until the third quarter of 2022. However, emphasis will initially be on Anambra State, where more centers will be established in view of the governorship election already scheduled to hold on the 6th of November 2021. In order to complete preparations for the governorship election, the CVR exercise in the state will be temporarily suspended in August 2021. This will enable the Commission to clean up the data for the state and print the PVCs for registrants. As time goes on, the Commission will provide more details on the CVR exercise, particularly the innovations that will ensure a safe and stress-free experience for registrants.
In Ogun State, the government has inaugurated the State Security Network Agency, known as Amotekun, to strengthen the security architecture in the state. At a ceremony held at the arcade ground of the governor's office in Abeokuta, the state capital, the state governor, Dapo Abiodun, said this is imperative in order to stem the tide of insecurity witnessed in the state in recent times. Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka was also decorated as the Super Marshal of the Amotekun Corps.
The event is well attended by heads of security agencies in the state, as well as traditional, religious and community leaders. They've come to witness the commencement of the State Security Network, christened the Amotekun Corps. As soon as he arrives, the venue of the event, in company of Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, Governor Dapo Abiodun, who donned the Amotekun uniform, inspects the guard of honor, signaling the inauguration of the security outfit. In his address, Governor Abiodun reminds the officers that securing the state requires commitment, a sense of purpose, and cooperation with sister security agencies.
Amotekun is not a competition with other security agencies in Ogun State. And that is why everybody must work together to further strengthen security of lives and property in our state.
Goodwill messages followed from the Ogun State Commissioner of Police and the Secretary General of the Committee for the Defense of Human Rights.
We're having Amotekun to boot, and I want to assure His Excellency and the good people of Ogun State that we all work closely together in the area of sharing of information as well as in the joint operations. We shall do everything possible to foster our partnership just the way we have been doing with the SOSAFE and other security agencies in the state to ensure that Amotekun is giving maximum support from the grassroots.
So I always hold it symbolically. I present this cap to Prof being the super marshal of Amotekun in Ogun State.
Professor Shoyinka, who was decorated as a super marshal of the Amotekun Corps, asked officers of the outfit to be mindful of the rules of engagement.
We'll be watching you very closely to make sure you do not trample on the rights of citizens. You've been created to assist them, to protect them, to be part of them, to live inside them, to gather information, to say to the police, the military, we cannot handle this, but we have seen this. Would you like to take a look and assist? You're not here because you now have a uniform to start behaving like some other security agencies who shall be nameless, the way they've been dealing. You're here to set an example, to say that you are a civic unit.
Before departing the venue, Governor Abiodun and the dignitaries commissioned the security patrol vehicles, communication gadgets and motorcycles, all procured to enhance the operations of the Corps members as they prepare to swing into full action.
News round ends with the tragic news from Taiwan as over 50 people have been killed and dozens more injured after a train carrying nearly 500 people crashed and then derailed in a tunnel. The 8th carriage train reportedly hit a construction vehicle that had slipped onto the tracks at the tunnel's mouth. It's the worst train crash on the island in at least 40 years.
The busy passenger train carrying 490 people was traveling to Taitung when it came off the rails in a tunnel just north of Hualien in eastern Taiwan. Images of the crash scene show carriages inside the tunnel ripped apart from the impact, while others crumpled, hindering rescuers reaching passengers. Over 50 people have been confirmed dead. Officials say the train driver is among the dead, and at least 66 survivors are being treated in several hospitals in surrounding Hualien County. The 408 train is one of the fastest deployed on a network that is generally considered safe. It can reach speeds of 130 kilometers per hour. Friday marks the start of Tomb Sweeping Day, known as King Ming, and the beginning of a long holiday weekend in Taiwan when thousands of people usually travel across the island to clean the graves of their ancestors and use their free time to visit popular tourist sites like Taroko National Park. The crash is Taiwan's worst rail disaster in decades. President Tsai Ing-wen has sent her condolences to the families of victims and ordered an investigation. Taiwan's last major railway accident was in 2018 when a passenger train in eastern Taiwan's Yilan derailed, leaving 18 people dead.